Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Elusive back again with another video, and in this video I'm going to be giving you guys 10 tips on how to improve in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and sub if you're new. We're on the road to 1,000 subs, be here for 1,000. If you guys are interested in best class ups, tips and tricks, how to get better, best settings, nuclear gameplay, and the camo grind in Modern Warfare 2, then subscribe, it's free! But now that that's over, let's get into the 10 tips on how to improve in Modern Warfare 2. Alrighty guys, let's get into the 10 steps on how to improve in Modern Warfare 2. For the first step, don't tactical sprint around corners. Tactical sprinting around corners does not help you in any way. You're setting yourself up for a complete failure. You're at a disadvantage in every category. This game was built around playing extremely passive and holding angles, so if you tactical sprint around a corner, you're most likely gonna get camp killed and deleted because it takes a lot longer to go from a tactical sprint to an aim down site instead of a kid already sitting there pre-aiming you. So what you would want to do instead of tactical sprinting around corners, most definitely active corners that have strongholds. If you guys don't know what a stronghold is a location where people usually hold down on every game you play. So say if you play shoot house, every time you play shoot house, there's always someone there, no matter who you're playing against. That would be what you consider a stronghold, a spot where it's always active and it has a great advantage over other areas. So for shoot house, it would be like upstairs in that little window section. That would be a stronghold, a spot where you're at an advantage because you have high ground and you also have an ability to hold down a very active location. That would be a stronghold, a spot where you can hold down multiple active locations, which usually would be in middle or has control of middle. So that's why you never want a tactical sprint around the active location, most definitely if it's a stronghold, because there'll always be someone there pre-aiming and holding down the angle. So what you usually want to do is pre-aim it. Either you can jump shot, which jump shotting really isn't that good in the game. Most definitely if you don't know how to use it. In this game, the jump shot, your ADS is damn near half of what it normally is. So say it's this fast, when you jump shot and aim in, it's damn near half of its speed. So if you jump shot, land, and then aim in, you're most likely getting deleted because you took 2 seconds to jump and then you took like 2 seconds to aim in, which means you already wasted 4 seconds. And that time you're already deleted. So if you want to jump shot, first step is you always want to aim in before you land. So you'd want to jump shot and aim in. You would want to aim in before you even hit the corner. You don't want to hit the corner and then jump. You're getting deleted. You want to jump before you hit the corners. And you also want to line of sight your weapon too. So say if he's head glitching right here, you want your sight there. You don't want to have your gun aiming at the floor and you jump and then you try to aim, because now you have to drag your weapon up to the person, which takes even more time. So that's why you want to line of sight your weapon and jump. See what I mean? If you line of sight your weapon and jump shot and aim in while still in the air, and you have a higher chance of winning that fight, instead of just tactical sprinting around it and getting absolutely deleted. So that's the first step. The second step is you never want to stand still while shooting. You are gaining absolutely nothing standing still and shooting, bro. You lost every single advantage you have, most definitely if you're on controller. Because if you're standing still and shooting, your opponent can outmaneuver you and delete you. So say if I was right there still. So say if they hit the corner and they see you, they're going to be trying to outmaneuver you, and now they know where you're at, and they could pre-aim the hell out of you. You're still standing still and aiming at me, but I know exactly where you're at and where your head is, and I'm going to try to use my movement and my rotational aim assist to my advantage. If you guys don't know what rotational aim assist is, it's when you're moving and aiming. So you get a slow down and a pull. So in other words, you get a strong target assist pull. So that's why you always want to be aiming and moving. You also get strafe advantage. And in this game, when you're strafing, the character's head always tilts if you're going left to right. So say if he was still there, I can strafe him. I can use rotational aim assist and strafing. So I could jump around the corner, like I said before. So say if he's still around the corner, I can jump and aim in and strafe him at the same time, bruh. He's standing still, so I'm getting target assist and rotational target assist. He's standing still, so there's no way I can miss him. But it's harder for him to track me because I'm moving. Because not only is it harder to hit a target that's moving, you're not going to land many headshots on me because my head is tilting when I'm rotating left to right. So you're standing still and shooting at me, gaining no advantages, and I'm strafing you, so I get the head tilt. I also get rotational aim assist, and I also get the mobility advantage. So that's why you always want to be moving while you're shooting. Whether it's a jump shot, rotating while shooting, whether it's just a standing still rotating while shooting, or if it's a dive, getting out of the way and rotating while shooting, you always want to be moving. That's the key when it comes to shooting someone. If you're standing still, you're at a disadvantage. That's step 2 and 3. Step 2, don't stand still while shooting. And step 3 was aiming while moving and using rotational aim assist for your advantage. And you also could do another thing that's connected to step 2 and 3, ADS spam. So say, as I said before, someone's on this head glitch. So say if I jump around the corner and I'm aiming here and someone's over here, and you could drag it since it's a short gap. But most of the times, if it's like a big gap, you want to release your sight. Not all the way out, you want to slightly release it because you have a faster ADS than normal. Your ADS is significantly faster going from a half ADS to an ADS rather than a full. Because going from a half ADS to an ADS is significantly faster than going from not ADS at all to ADS. So say this was like 1 second. If you went from a half ADS like this to an ADS, it's like a quarter of a second to a tenth of a second. So say if you would have hit the corner and you aimed here and he was over there, you would ADS spam it. You can do... See how that's a lot better than just tactical sprinting around the corner? You're getting deleted. And also just ADSing around the corner trying to drag it. See, if it's short gap, you can drag. But if it's usually like a far movement, like you're going from here to like way over here or something, you wouldn't want to drag it. Significantly slower than doing this to this. You see what I mean? Instead of going from this to this, it's significantly faster. So if it's like a short gap in between where you were aiming, you can slide. But if it's a big gap, then you would want to release your sight halfway and go to another location. But you also can spam ADS, because when you're spamming ADS and moving, you're still a lot faster than drag walking. Like, as you guys see, it looks like I'm about maybe a quarter of a second faster ADS spamming than just drag walking. And when I'm ADS spamming, on top of moving, I'm getting extreme target assist slowdown and pull because of rotational aim assist. Which would lead to step 4, pre-aiming and angles. So, say this is an angle, right? You would want to angle yourself to where you can't be seen at all directions at one time. So, say if I hit this corner, so say if I was right here, I'm seen from here, 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 and there. Honestly, let's use a better location for this example. Say if I ran from this corner, right? And I went towards middle. You're at a disadvantage because you didn't angle yourself at a spot to where you're only seen from one location. You're seen from everywhere now. You're seen from here, here, above there, over there, around here, this corner, this door. You see what I'm saying? You have way too many locations to aim at one time where you can get absolutely bodied from. You can even get bodied from that window. There's too many locations you have to worry about. So that's what I mean by angling. So say if I was to hit this corner, boom, only this angle can see me, here and here. In other words, only right side angle can see me, which means I have a lot less spots to worry about. So I can see here, nobody's here. I can see there, nobody's there. That leaves me now. I can angle myself here. Nobody's here, nobody's here. So now I got 4 locations out the way. No one's up there, no one's right here, and no one's in here. That leaves all of that location. So now that leaves I can jump around this corner. So if I jump around this corner, the first place I really want to aim at is here, because this will be my only place that can see me. So say if I went from here and I jumped, I'd want to aim here first, because no other place on the map can see me but here and here. So that's why you want to angle yourself at spots to where you only have to worry about 1 or 2 locations that are somewhat close to each other. You don't want to hit a corner where you can be seen from everywhere. So that's why if I was coming from right here and I cleared this side, I jump out and aim here, just in case there's a kid camping and pre-aiming waiting for me to hit the corner because he sound hoarded me. I can delete him, and now I can rotate a different angle, and I can either try to be ballsy and hit this corner where a kid can pre-aim me and delete me, which honestly isn't really a good move because you can be seen from up there, over here, and right here. So that's why you'd kind of want to jump and see where people are before you decide to make a push. So you can go from here like this and just jump around the corner. I saw a kid over here, so now I know there's only one person and he's right here. So I could either be ballsy and try to beat him in range if I have a weapon good for range, or I could try to do a rotation through middle. And if I'm rotating through middle, I want to aim at this spot because people are usually camping there. Aim at this spot before hitting it instead of tactical sprinting there, because people are going to be sitting there pre-aiming, and like I said, going from a tactical sprint to aiming down sight you're going to be at a disadvantage. So I can tactical sprint and aim it and see if anyone's there, or I can jump around it. I flew out further to where now he has to drag his sight to track me, and if I don't want to challenge, I can jump out of his sight and I can rotate. You see what I'm saying? You want to angle yourself to where you can't be seen in multiple directions at one time. So that's why playing angles is important, which will lead to step 5. One of the most important things that's been in COD since the beginning, which they tried to remove in this game: map awareness and kill feed. Map awareness is key on everything, but since they got rid of red dot on the mini map, it makes it a lot harder. A lot of people don't use kill feed. I don't know why, but they don't. The kill feed is significantly important, and I'm gonna get into it in a second. But I'm gonna get into the first thing, the mini map. You always want to pay attention to where your opponents are so you can pre-aim it or have a move set for it. So say if you know, alright, red dot went off, it's over here, or say if I was down here and it was over here, that lets me know he's in middle and he's behind the head glitch. So what can I do to counter it? It's what you want to think of. And also paying attention to the kill feed. This is where it comes in. So say if he was right here, he's most likely having a red dot because he's shooting. And if you look at the kill feed and on your map, it'll show a skull. Alright, teammate was right here, he died. He was killed by this kid on head glitch. You look at the kill feed, okay, this kid has an AK-47 and I'm running around with the MP7 and I'm all the way over there. Who do you think has the advantage here? He does, because not only does he have head glitch, he also has the better weapon for range. So that's why you want to pay attention to where your opponents are and what weapon they're using, which a lot of people never really pay attention to the kill feed. It lets you know what your opponent is using and what advantages and disadvantages you have. If I have a submachine gun, he has an AR, that lets me know I have close range on him because I have more mobility, faster ADS, faster sprint to fire, and I can outmaneuver him. So that's why you want to pay attention to those two things: where they're located and what weapon they're using, and try to come up with a plan on how to counter it. So say if I'm right here, like I said, he has an AK and he's on head glitch, I'm not challenging him. That's just a stupid move. So I can either ignore the kid altogether or try to do a rotation to where I have advantage. And this is where it leads to step 6, I believe. Know your weapon's strength and weaknesses. Don't try to use a weapon that's strong long range, close range, and don't try to use a weapon that's good close range for long range. It makes no sense. That's why you want to know your weapon's strength and weaknesses and use that for your advantage. Because if you're trying to use a weapon that's good long range but dirt close range, you're getting bodied if you go into a close range interaction. And same thing vice versa with the close range to long range thing. Which leads to step 7, class setups. Class setups are extremely important, most definitely when it comes down to specific weapons. You want to build a class setup the playstyle you're going to use it for. So say if you plan on going for long range, you're not going to want to build that class setup for close range. There's no point, because you're trying to go for long range battles. And the same thing trying to build a close range class setup but trying to fight long range. It makes no sense. So that's why class setups are key. Me personally, I always build my class setups hybrids. So if you guys are interested in like hybrid class setups where they're good long range and close range, then you guys can check out my class setups. All of my class setups are always hybrid class setups. I always build towards speed and no recoil and having damage range. So if you're building a class up for close range, you'd go towards ADS speed and sprint to fire. If you're building a class up towards long range, you'd build towards accuracy and no recoil. But if you're trying to do what I do, make a class up that's good long range and close range, you would build a hybrid class up that retains a lot of its speed or some of its speed, but also has no recoil and accuracy. Which leads to step 8, I believe. Test the class setup in firing range, bro. That is overlooked and I don't know why. You always want to test your class setup in firing range. I do it all the time before I make a video upon a weapon because I'm trying to give you exactly what I'm saying it does. I'm not going to say this weapon is a laser and then show a class setup that has nothing but pure recoil. And I'm not going to build a class setup where I'm like, it has fast ADS, but it takes 3 millennium to aim down sight. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you always want to test all of your class setups. You want to test the ADS speed, you want to test the recoil and everything, so you know what you're working with. You always want to be prepared in what you're using. You don't want to, alright, I think this class setup's good, and go into a game and realize it's not. So that's why you always want to go to firing range. Test out the weapon, you built it towards no recoil and no aiming idle stability. That's what you want to test. You want to go in there with the little dummy and aim in. If your gun is swaying, and if it has recoil when you shoot, then it's probably not what you're looking for, and you can adjust it again. Same thing if you're going for speed. You want to see how fast your ADS is and your sprint to fire, so you'll be running from wall to wall, aiming in, You'd be like, all right, the sprint to fire is a little slow. Then you could go towards sprint to fire. Same thing with ADS. The ADS, somewhat slow. Then you go more into ADS. Or you'd be like, yep, this ADS is good, and you leave ADS alone. You see what I'm saying? You always want to test the class up and firing range to see what you're working with. So that's step 8. Step 9. This is important, but a lot of people don't really say much on the category. Make multiple perk packages. I don't know why people don't say this, but this is very important, bro. You want to have multiple perk packages for multiple different play styles, whether that's for you or your opponent. So say if you went to a game with Bomb Squad and Scavenger, and you realize that no one's really throwing lethals, they're all just throwing tacticals. If you don't have a perk package set up with Battle Hardened, then you're setting yourself up for failure. So that's why I always build multiple perk packages based on scenarios. So I'll have one perk package with quick fix and fast hands for shipment, because I know the map's extremely small and I need to reload fast, so that's why I went towards those. But on my normal maps, I'll have like ghost and restock, so I can instantly keep throwing bouncing betties to hold down active locations with, and they're free kills. Or you could have it as a normal map where you want ghost on, so you're not being followed on UAV, but you want to have fast hands instead because your weapon reloads slow, because you have a bigger clip on. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you want to build multiple different perk packages for your playstyle or your enemy's playstyle, or should I say to counter their playstyle. I'm gonna give like a little side tip. Another thing you guys want to do is change your kill streaks to score streaks. I'm gonna be honest, score streaks are significantly, so that's step 8. Kill streaks, they're just playing themselves, bro. The reason I say that is because you get score from kills, you get score from your other score streaks, you get score from assist, you get score from capturing the flag if you're playing objective. If you're playing, I don't know, domination, hardpoint, you go on the hardpoint, kill confirm, you pick up a tag. All this stuff counts towards your score streaks. And score streaks are significantly easier and better to get than kill streaks, because kill streaks only go when you get a kill. And a lot of the times your kills will get finessed. And what happens? Now you're taking longer to get your advanced UAV, but if you had on score streaks, you would have had your advanced UAV a long time ago. So that's why score streaks is better to run than kill streaks, because everything counts towards them. It's just a lot better, bro. Change it to score streaks. And it leads to step 10. Find the best settings for you, bro. All these other steps don't mean diddly squat if you can't control your sensitivity, bro. Because if you're running out of sensitivity you can't control, you won't be able to line of sight and keep your sight accurate and straight where people's heads and chest are. You, like I said, you always want to hit the corner where your weapon is aimed at the head and chest at all times. You never want to drag your weapon from the floor to them, because it takes longer and you'll get killed. But back to what I was saying, if you can't control your settings, it'll be a lot harder to keep your weapon accurate. You won't be able to control your sensitivity while trying to track people. You might not be able to control the movement because it's too fast or too slow. Or you might not be able to stay on target because your ADS sensitivity is too high. Like, stuff like that is all important. So your settings is one of your most important things in the game. Find settings that you control and you like, because if you have something you can't control, then what's the point of running it? But I also forgot to mention a little bit before, back on I think step 5, I forgot to mention right side advantage. And for any of you guys that don't know what right side advantage is, right side has camera angle. You see more on the right side of your screen because your gun's on your right side. So that means if I were to hit this corner, I'd be able to see the kid that's hitting that corner first because he's on the left side. Left side has less camera angle. So he wouldn't be able to see me before I could see him because my gun is on the right side. My right side allows me to see my opponent because I have more camera on the right side, I guess you can say. The right side advantage slash angle makes it to where you can see your opponent before they can see you if they're trying to push from left side. So that's why you always want to play right side advantage as well. But yeah, that's all the tips I got for you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any more tips you guys want me to cover, or if you guys have like questions about these tips particularly or something like that, and I'll try my best to help you guys down in the comments. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to slap on the post notifications so you miss the latest and greatest videos, and I'll see you later, guys. Peace.